Conversations with Rick and Eric.
Welcome to a wide range of conversations with Rick and Eric. Today we have a very special episode for you. It is an All Hallows Eve episode full of creepy things to make your spines tingle and ween.
Ween?
Ween.
Yes. It is the last of the spooky season.
It's always spooky for me, but yes.
Yeah, it's the end of October. I have a fucking fan in my window because it's 70 degrees outside, but global warming's fake.
Disgusting. We are eating Count Chocula, though, so
Yeah.
that's at least something. At least that. I had a bunch of Halloween candy. That was fun.
Oh, right on. Yeah, the weather needs to make up its fucking mind because it was all fall-like, and then the past couple of days here, it's been warm.
Haha, summer.
Yeah. My sinuses are fucked. Everyone's sinuses are fucked. Kid walked home and he's like, "Why is it hot out?" I'm like, "I don't know, dude." He's like, "It's October. It's supposed to be cold." I'm like,
Correct.
Yeah, it's true. So we will. We watched a whole bunch of shit since last time.
We sure did.
And we have things to go over and ran in my fucking notes. But other than that, what have you been up to lately?
Well, we had the Halloween party over
yeah.
at my house, and that was super fun.
Yeah.
The Halloween debacle. Did I tell the story on here of how I got the wrong costume? Yeah, I think I did.
No,
I haven't. I told it to you guys. I think it was. Oh yeah, because we didn't do an episode last week.
Yeah, no.
So I had ordered. I was gonna be Burt Macklin, FBI, for Halloween because I had the hair for it. So I ordered this thing off the website. I paid for the 2-day shipping, so it'd get here for the party on Saturday. And when it got there, 2 days late after I paid for 2-day shipping, so it's really 4-day shipping. Thanks, FedEx. What I had ordered was a 3 extra large, because I'm a big boy, costume. What I got was a toddler cop costume that wouldn't fit on my head. So
It's like the most incorrect fucking thing they could have sent you.
to be fair, both did have a badge. But, yeah, everyone wanted me to raise more of a stink, but, I'm on the side of customer service workers. It's not like that lady packed the thing, Shit happens. But I did get my hair cut today because I'm not doing the costume, so.
Oh, right on.
It was 3 months of not getting a haircut, so I could have the hair for this.
And then it just
And
failed.
it didn't work. Yeah. I'm like, oh. The lady was really funny on the customer service. She's like, I expected you to be more mad because this is some pretty ridiculous stuff. And I'm like, well, as a millennial, I'm used to disappointment. So.
You should have tried to get some free shit.
Free and have them not send me the right thing again?
Or
I'm
get
good.
some Amazon credits or something.
No, it wasn't from Amazon. It was from a different website, which I won't do that again.
Oh, right on.
Then they make you pay for shipping to send it back.
Yeah. But yeah, we all hung out for the party. We played that Munchkin Ninja Turtles game.
That was super fun, too.
Why are they all called Munchkin? Is that just the name of the fucking brand?
It's like the name of the game.
Oh, okay. But that was pretty fun. First time I've ever done that. I'm usually terrible at games, but it was
Yeah, pretty good.
fun.
Yeah.
It was a lot more fun winging it and just going somewhat off of the fucking rules instead of going by the fucking exact rules.
Yeah, that's me whenever I'm in charge of a game. That's what happens. They're like, I can look it up if we have, like, a question. Like, if there's a discrepancy, I'll look up the rules. Otherwise, I'm just going to be like, sure.
Right.
Yes, and.
So, the last episode, we had Mark on, and he had mentioned, and he had brought it up on their episode, that one of the best parts that he liked with being on here, is Rick sneezes, is
Achoo.
that everything's not so, I don't know, tight butthole. It's like the only way I can describe it.
Yeah, and I get to be on their show Monday.
Yeah. And so that makes me wonder, it made me think about this. Should we consider our podcast, if you're on as a guest, as a safe place R-rated fucking podcast?
Yeah, it is, I guess.
Or are we woke R-rated?
I think I'm woke R-rated for sure.
So, because I was going to try to have Eddie on this week, but that didn't work out because I thought the kid had strep, but it was just the fucking weather. And then I was going to hit up Jason, but I think he was hanging out with his girlfriend and shit. But it made me wonder, like, how much more people are going to wild out. Especially Eddie will be interesting, especially if we get him drunk.
He'll just be like,
And
I can't do the Eddie laugh. Like, you'll hear it when he's on the show, and it's honestly a thing of beauty.
But yeah, I really haven't been up to much except for fucking trying to get my body back together. Been to the chiropractor like fucking 800 times, it feels like.
Terrible.
Yeah.
You were moving around a little bit better.
Yeah, I was just there, but I can already tell that my fucking hip slipped out, so...
I could kick it for you.
Nah, I'd rather not.
Okay. It seems to be what helped out before.
But yeah, so we've been watching a whole bunch of fucking scary movies and shit. Oh, there was a note we need to bring up the story, because you brought this up during, I think it was the second Terrifier movie. I don't remember. Anyway, the seagull story from when we were kids.
Oh, motherfucker. Yeah. That is a terrible story.
I don't remember what triggered it, but he brought it up. We were on fucking Discord with Mark watching one of the movies because we watched Terrifier, Terrifier 2, and All Hallows Eve, all with Art the Clown in them over the past few days. Anyway, there was something involving seagulls, and it brought up a story back when me and Rick were maybe a year or two out of high school, and we were going to leave the KFC drive-thru, and there was a whole flock of seagulls, cue the song, that didn't run.
I was going to say, they did not run.
And some fucking ass in a big-ass truck drove straight through them, like right in front of us. Killing a few of them on contact, and the other ones flew off to the side of the road, and they were still like half alive with suffering. So some other guy came up behind him, like, and because this dude just kept on going, and this guy came up behind him, pulled to the side of the road, and picked up the couple of the ones that were still alive, picked them up by the head, and then proceeded to fucking whip their entire body around in a complete circle, snapping their necks and then just tossing them off into the ditch on the side, while me and Rick sat there with our freshly bought in KFC going, what the actual fuck just happened?
Yeah.
And that has been a fucking story that is stuck in our head. Like, anytime there's a big group of seagulls that's in the road, it's immediately what I think of.
I always forget about it, and then out of nowhere, my brain will be like, remember that time when that guy, like, tried to fucking, what are those party things?
The spinners?
Yeah.
Fucking those
you move around and
yeah.
that's what he did, but with a seagull's head.
Right.
And that's an image that just doesn't leave your head.
It's true.
That should have been in Terrifier. Like, he needed to do that to, like, an actual infant or something. Like, write to us, guy who makes Terrifier. I know you know his name.
Not off the top of my head. I'd have to fucking look it up.
At him. There's your next scene.
Right.
You have to do the
the creepy smile. So we might as well just
you can't see. We'll have to do that for Instagram.
So we might as well just dive into them. So let's fucking go into these movies.
Ladies and gentlemen, grab your popcorn, pop, and alcoholic beverages. It's movie time with Rick and Eric.
All right, so we introduced Mark to watching movies on Discord, which he didn't know was a thing. That's how we watch most of Hoochie Daddies.
He's a fan.
So we started out because I had seen the movie before, but neither Rick or Mark had seen Terrifier. So we started with that movie.
Oh boy, that was something else.
Yeah. So basically, it's just two chicks coming back from a Halloween party and a serial killer dude that murders a whole bunch of people, and it's very gory.
Sure is.
And I put that in the most mildly way that I could think of.
It's a lot. I don't remember a whole lot from the conversations, but it's dumb in the sense they should not be in that position. Like, I'm too drunk, go get pizza. And then they go get pizza, and there's a clown, and the one girl's like, "It's your boyfriend." That was a good impersonation of that. And then the one other girl's like, "Shut up." And then she goes and gets a selfie with the clown, and the clown's all into it. And then they go sit back down.
No, he wasn't into it. He just fucking kept staring at the homegirl.
Well, no, because he was into it that first when he took the picture. And then after that, he was just like, mean mugging her. But like in the sense of, "I would like to eat your tits, ma'am."
Yeah.
So.
Which he later cuts off and wears.
Not that one, I don't think.
Yeah.
Her?
Yeah. Or,
No, because I thought that was Crazy Lady that had we'll get into it. Okay. We haven't got that far yet. But what was fucked up then is Art the Clown. How do you explain Art the Clown? Well, if you combined serial killer documentary with a juggalo and somebody who just said fuck it one day, we have Art the Clown. There he is. Picture him as you will. And then the pizza guys get it.
Yeah.
Because they're there.
After he fucking smears shit all over the bathroom.
Oh, that's genuine shit, too, yeah. Like, how do you do that? Like, honestly, that makes Art the Clown the villain, regardless of what he does.
There was a problem before my mom retired at one of the elementary schools that she worked at. They had some kid that they literally called the poopatrator. And it took them a while for them to find who it was, but he would shit and fucking smear it all over the fucking bathroom and the stall and shit. And the poor janitor dude would have to fucking clean it up.
How do you curve that?
Pull out of the... I mean, he had to have some pretty solid shits if you can just grab that shit out of the fucking toilet.
But, like, what I'm saying is, like, how do you stop that in a kid? You just, like... It's not like a dog. You can't rub his nose in it.
Just fucking get one of those shock collars like Cartman.
Yeah.
Just fucking shock the shit out of him.
But no, for real. Let's not talk about that anymore. But what let us talk about...
LaBouche?
Yes. Yeah, hey, wanna be my lover. I think that's what Terrifier was missing, honestly. They had a LaBouche just dance break out of nowhere.
A murder scene to that song, I would have been fucking dying.
Bro. There's going to be a third one.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you need to do it, but I'm talking directly into the microphone here. Please. Or to Ace of Base.
Right.
Give me a jock jam kill. That's what I want. Anyway, so there's these two super New Yorky, Jerseyan pizza guys.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Baba, with the pizza and the Baba the Ghoul. And then they get it. And what's cool is he makes that one guy into a jack-o'-lantern. That was pretty dope.
Yeah.
He, like, cuts off his head and does the square eyes and the square nose, or,
Fucks his mouth all up.
Yeah.
And he put, like, sparklers or some shit in his eyes. I don't know what it was.
And then that one bitch is like, I need a ride home. This guy's creeping me out. And then they call her their one friend, which I don't know who she is. She's in there. I burped. Twice. Studying. And I think she's the dumbest one of the entire group.
Yeah.
Because by the time she gets there, she's just like, there's an empty building that she has to get, like, let into.
Uh-huh.
And I think this is the conversation that I had with both of you while we were watching this movie. I'm like, I love both of you a lot. But if you call me to a place and it is empty and it looks clearly like somebody has been murdered there, I'm leaving. I will call the police. I will get somebody else to come with me. I'm not going in after you to go, are you ready for it? You know what I'm going to say, right?
Yeah.
Hello?
You got some crack? Because that's what's going to happen. And then you get chased down.
By somebody who wants crack.
The one chick had to fucking use the bathroom.
Yeah.
So that's why she was in the fucking creepy-ass house.
Oh, yeah.
So she made that one dude let her inside the house that was about to fucking bug bomb the place. Use the most terrible fucking bathroom ever.
The worst, yeah. At that point, I would just shit outside.
Yeah. And R.I.P. to that guy, because he ended up getting killed and he didn't do shit. He was trying to help. I don't even think he got a chance to help, did he?
He came back.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was bald guy.
Yeah, and he hit him beat him over the head with some shit.
He did.
So, yeah, she got locked in the house. There was her friend got fucking grabbed up out of the car.
Yeah. Oh, that part.
Yeah. She got grabbed up out of the car while she was inside pissing. And then she later found her friend hanging upside down, half naked.
Yeah. No.
She was topless, and then he finished the rest.
Oh, yeah.
And then proceeded to cut her directly in half.
Yeah.
From bottom to top with a saw. Not a chainsaw, though. So he put in some heavy arm work. So he's either been doing the gym, or maybe he was the other dude that used to work at the pizza place, and he's got that forearm strength to rolling out the dough.
Rolling dough, yeah. Except this time you're cutting people in half. It's the same thing.
So that was pretty gnarly. That was the point of the movie where it got to that scene, because the child was sitting watching it with me, and then that popped up, and I'm like, we're gonna turn this off now.
Yep.
And
you're nearly old enough, but not quite.
So that shit happens. There's so much craziness in all these
this is
movies.
at that point where, well, we know that Art the Clown loves eyeballs.
Yeah.
Either he is squishing somebody's eyeballs in, or he is ripping somebody's eyeballs out or stabbing them. He really likes eyes.
Yeah.
In fact, that's going to be the first thing he notices on you. On Tinder, Art the Clown is like, I love eyes.
What if there was some... Oh, man. Can you imagine fucking somebody going for a Halloween date on Tinder, and they like, whoever it is, the dude just shows up as Art the Clown?
So I kind of want to do serial killer or like horror movie Tinder pages now. That'd be funny.
Just as a joke.
Yeah. Like Michael Myers loves Halloween, hates babysitters. Will choke you for fun.
Yeah.
Doesn't understand safe words.
But yeah, then I'm pretty sure it's the second chick that was that we first see that died, and not the crazy chick that was carrying around the baby doll.
No, because the second chick gets shot in the face.
Oh yeah.
And then there's this one homeless girl who's just like, she's all I have in the world, and it's just like this doll. It's like a fake doll. And then you feel really bad for her at first, because you're like, ooh, that she probably tried to have a kid and couldn't, or something has happened. And then Art the Clown's like, oh, don't worry, I got this. And he's like, petting her.
Yeah.
And then
there's the awkward moment that you guys got really creeped out. And then when she was like, have you ever felt the mother's touch?
Yep.
And she touches his face, and he leans into her hand, and she fucking holds him like a little child, and he starts sucking on his thumb and shit.
Yeah.
And you both were like, I've never felt more awkward in my entire fucking life.
Yeah.
While watching something.
I don't know what that's called, but it's like secondhand embarrassment or something.
Oh,
I'm like,
ooh. That's why John can't watch Impractical Jokers.
Oh yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, he's like, it's a funny show, but he can't watch it because he gets that weird, like, I'm embarrassed for them fucking feeling.
I could see that. Yeah. So this is the part where it gets Jannar Dog, because
Nard. Okay, I'm
Jannar
like, Jannar
Dog.
Dog.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
There's no G in there. The one girl who they originally have called for a ride shows up, and she's walking through the house going, hello? Lady's name I don't know. Hello? Yeah. Silently through the halls you hear, do you have any crack?
Yeah.
But she comes in there, and then she finds her friend's dead body, and then she runs down to like maybe this is later, I don't remember. All I remember is the lady who's caressed Art the Clown like a mother would. No. You find part of her downstairs, and then Art the Clown is very much wearing her skin, a la Buffalo Bill.
Just her boobs.
No, it's the whole thing.
I think he was just wearing just her boobs.
Is it? I don't. He was tucked, so I don't know. Just walking around like, ooh.
And he was making quote unquote scream noises because he never makes any noises in any of the entire fucking movies. He's
Yeah.
just like a fucking mime. He's like a killer mime. It's exactly what he is.
Oh shit, you're right. That makes him more scary, I think. Then there's just a bunch of her making really terrible decisions. People trying to save her. About I don't know. Remember, this is the part where I don't remember a whole lot of the movie because it's just her going no, Antarctica, no, oh my god, and then him going like I can't.
Yeah,
it's a podcast. You can't hear me, see me. So
right.
And I will go for it if you have more.
No, I think all it is then they fucking catch him eating her face.
They do catch him eating the face, yeah. And then at the very end, they have her on that show, and she's like, "I'm having one."
And that's how the whole movie started to begin with.
Yeah, and then we made fun of because at first I said, "What the fuck is wrong with her?" Because I didn't know. I'm like, "Why is she talking like that?" And then they show her face. That's like she has no face.
Right. She looked like the lady that got attacked by the chimpanzees from 28 Days Later.
Correct. Correct.
Or the one that got attacked in real life.
Yeah. Well, original 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
OG 8. But yeah, that was Terrifier 1, and at the end of it, I was like, "That's what horror movies are supposed to be."
Well, they shot and quote unquote killed him. He was in the morgue. Remember? That poor morgue guy put it.
He just wanted a sandwich.
His breakfast order for something with sausage. He's like, "I don't care what the fuck it is, as long as it has sausage."
Yeah.
And then the lights tripped out, and then it cut the loop around from the beginning of the movie with the bitch's face all tore up, and she ends up killing the fucking newscaster.
I'm R.I.P. that guy for not getting a sandwich.
Right.
I would want to die too. Well, they kind of show him dying.
Well, in the second one
Goes right to it.
It goes right from where the first one ends, and goes to him dying. In which Art the Clown pulls out that man's eyeball and replaces the eyeball that he had stabbed out in his face.
It's good to know that Art the Clown is just like kind of he's reusing and recycling. He needed an eyeball. That guy was dying anyway, and honestly, I just wished he would have got the sandwich before he went.
Right. So I think there's a time jump. Wasn't there a time jump? Because then it goes to the girl making her her Halloween costume / cosplay shit that looked super dope.
Oh, maybe.
And the little kid.
Maybe.
And their shitty mom who fucking.
Oh, yeah,
hated
because
her
it's
kids.
Halloween the next year, I believe, or something.
Or I think it was a little bit down the road.
Oh, either way.
But yeah, there's a younger kid. I would say he's probably about the same age as my kid is. Who's like obsessed with Art the Clown, and that's who he wants to be for Halloween. This chick goes hardcore on her fucking costume, making all this shit to make it look super good.
Hell yeah.
Hell
yeah.
Then she has some fucking nightmares, and her shit catches on fire, and this fucking super handmade thing of like angel wings that she made fucking just burns to shit.
Yeah, and her mom sucks.
Yeah.
Like, real bad. And we're not just saying, like, oh, the actress was bad. No, the actress wasn't bad. Just, she sucks.
Yeah, she acted like she just hated her fucking kids.
I mean, and this is where I played devil's advocate for this mom, I think, for a quarter of the movie. Because the one little brother was like, "Man, I love Art the Clown. I want to be just like him." And everyone's like, "What the fuck? Why? What? No."
Well, that and he was mostly worried about him coming back.
But he was like, "If we dress like him, he won't hurt us." And I'm like, "Sure about that?"
Yeah.
But, and then everyone was like, "Your little brother's basically following every line to be a psychopath and like going to murder people." And from 5 minutes into the movie, yeah, I can tell you I would think the same thing. Like, that kid needs therapy. But then you find out that they lost their dad. And you're like, "Oh, okay, I can see where this is coming from."
Yeah.
But the mom's working from home, so she's there a lot, but she still sucks.
Yeah. And like she wasn't even like, "Are you okay about her kids fucking shit catching on fire?"
Oh yeah, she was just pissed off.
Fucking pissed off about it. And that was after the creepy ass fucking quote unquote dream commercial about whatever the fucking clown.
Oh god, I wish I could remember
the name of the fucking
the
restaurant.
food's a little funny down at the Clown Cafe.
And then at the end, fucking Art the Clown fucking busts out his torch to do a fucking dab and burns everyone. And then that's how her shit burst into flames.
Not me looking this up right now.
Right. And then they're I think, was that the same dream that they had the fucking Art Krispies?
Yes.
And I said I wanted an Art Krispies box, so I decided to go on the look. And they yeah.
It's still happening. I don't sue me.
Yeah. But it's like $50 for a box, just the box. There's nothing in it. There's no cereal or anything. It's just a box of fucking Art Krispies.
Yeah, and I mean, I bought you that hoodie, but I'm not spending the $50 for Art Krispies. I'm sorry.
I wasn't gonna even spend.
That's
the
ridiculous.
For the fucking box. And I was slightly disappointed they didn't have anything at Spirit. But I know that whole movie kind of blew up
This year.
So I'm assuming next year, maybe, depending, because the fucking movie is even gorier than the first one.
It's real bad. Just when you think, oh, it's not going to be that bad.
Right.
What I don't remember. I remember bits and pieces of this one, and I remember the girl going to the party, and they're like, "Man, you act like you're on Molly," and you're like, "Wow, it's crazy. It's like I'm on Molly," and the girl's like, "Suspicious?
Yeah.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious." Her friend spiked her drink with Molly.
Yeah.
At a Halloween party.
There's also this fucking spooky ass little girl that shows up that he keeps seeing.
Oh yeah, Juggalo Babysitters Club. Yeah.
Yeah, because before he goes on his killing spree again, Art makes sure to do his laundry. So he
does.
He
Yeah.
goes to a laundromat and fucking strips down fucking naked, and puts in his fucking clothes, and then he sees this fucking little girl, and there's a whole gross scene that happens with that, and then she sticks her finger in his eye hole, and they laugh at each other. And then
Art's just in it for a good time, you know?
there was a dude sleeping that wakes up to him fucking playing patty cake by himself, and then it cuts to fucking Art getting dressed, and he had some water on the floor, so you know he's a good guy. He fucking cleans up all the fucking water, and then we're like, hey, half of the fucking mop stick is gone, and the other half was stuck in the dude's head.
Yeah. As it should, you know,
Right.
as is tradition.
Yeah,
When you're leaving a laundromat, you're supposed to stab a guy in the face. It's just the way it works.
that's how here it is in New York.
I'm just saying, that's just the New York hello.
Right.
You know? I'm sorry. That's probably the Staten Island hello. New York depends on where you're at.
I'm trying to her friend.
Oh yeah, there was that time where she had she made the head into a candy dish. Or Art the Clown
That
did.
was her first. Yeah, that was what I was gonna.
Yeah.
Her friend that died.
Yeah.
Because he showed up to trick or treat, and she told him no, that he was too old.
So if anybody is dressed awful and terrifying, just give them the candy. Just give them the candy.
Right.
PSA. Save lives.
This was after they ran into him at the we'll just say it's a Spirit Halloween store,
Basically.
and Arch, yeah, fucking around with shit, and the poor dude behind the counter gets all fucked up.
Which is the first black guy to die in this whole series.
Yeah.
And it's been a movie, 2.5 movies.
Yeah. So, yeah, her friend dies in a fucking terrible, gross death.
Because she's alive way longer than she should be.
When her mom shows up and
Yeah.
finds him sitting there, and she fucking turns and looks at her mom. And
She's
is like,
basically still skinned.
yeah.
And she's like, I'm still alive. And I'm like, why? Just die. I would find a way to die.
Fuck, I'm trying to remember. Because we watched so much shit.
It was just funny because like the mom comes home and she comes up the stairs and she's just like and just screams while the clown's just like
Smiles
eating.
at her. Yeah. And does a oops shrug.
As he's like sawing off part of her arm or something, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know that would be my response, is to just yell and scream, but I'd be like, I think we've had that discussion too. Like, if I see them trying to kill you, and I know I'm not going to get away from this fucker, at least if I'm going down, he's coming down with me.
Right. Then the little kid gets blamed for some shit at school that wasn't him, but it was a whole fucking Art the Clown fucking illusion thing.
In the fakest possum I think I've ever seen in my life, which I'm happy about.
Apparently, when he fucking, I think there was poop. Was there poop involved?
No, it was a possum.
Oh yeah, they spread it all over the fucking place.
Yeah, because he yeeted the possum. Art the Clown shows up at the kid's school and he yeets a dead possum at him, and instead of going fucking disgusting and going away from it, his first instinct is to catch the dead rodent. I'm sorry, it's not a rodent, it's a marsupial. It is hands. No. Oh yeah, and there was that one teacher before that when they were found the possum originally. That was just like, what the shit are you doing over there?
Oh, and she had attitude and cussing the little kids out.
That is an Italian New Yorker. She ain't taking no shit. What the fuck are you doing with that dead thing? Get your asses to class.
So, the fucking shitty mom grounds the kid, and I think she was the next one to die because she goes out and finds her car all covered in fucking
yeah, her face,
what was it, shaving cream and shit, and whatever else.
Art the Clown shows back up at the house. And it's in most of these cases, it's been a very long and drawn out death scene. The mom is just like, and he just pulls out. It looks like a pistol, but it's got shotgun. It's like a sawed off shotgun. But it's very small. Points it right to her face, and then she doesn't have a face anymore.
Oh yeah, it just blows that shit out.
The whole thing. It is everywhere. She was mad about the shaving cream. She is not getting that brain out of that.
Yeah.
Like Scotchgard, better bin.
Yeah.
And then after that, we find out that the one girl's friend is like, yeah, about that because you felt like you're on Molly. It's kind of because you're on Molly. And she's like, bro, I'm on like 3 antidepressants and all this other stuff because, you know, I've been fucked in the head. You could have killed me. Which I said, yeah, she could have. That's no joke. You don't want to mix medications like that.
Right.
And then they're like, just take me home. And what we think... The boyfriend in this is an archetype for me. Like, he goes on a journey in like 10 minutes. Because he's like, girl, you shouldn't have done that. Like, we could all get in trouble because, you know, that's my drugs in my car. And then he's like, no. Actually, that's not what I'm mad about. I'm mad about because you did this to your friend and you're a shitty friend. And then as soon as the friend's like, gets that call because her brother's in trouble, and she goes to try and find the brother at this place, he's like, we should fuck.
Right? You want to bump some coke and fuck?
I'm like, what a character arc for 10 minutes of screen time. Like, hey, I'm kind of douchey. No, you know what? You're right. We're doing the right thing. What is some coke? Off of my dick?
Right.
What's happening right now? I think that's the part that stuck out the most to me in this movie, besides the, of course, let's eat glass.
But yeah, there's a whole bunch of more crazy shit. Trying to not fucking spoil it so you can go watch it yourself.
Yeah, the best thing ever is when it becomes a supernatural thriller, because Art the Clown is already brought back to life. So then you're like, okay, he's the one supernatural thing in this movie. But there's something else that happens because they have this whole thing about this mythological sword that the girl has, and it gives her,
dad gave her.
Yeah, and it gives her the power of pussy lightning, as I'm going to call it. Just pops that pussy right out, and she comes back to life and murders Art the Clown with it.
Ride the tiger.
And then all that, all my ladies pop your pussy like this, place, and she pops up alive. And then she fucks up Art the Clown, but Juggalette, the Babysitter's Club Juggalo, escapes into the night.
Yeah.
But wait, at the end of that, there was Chris Jericho in the movie,
which we waited the whole movie for him.
We literally we're like, did we miss him?
And it ended up being like after the credits or towards like the very. I think it was after the credits.
It's after the credits.
Yeah, because Homegirl defeats fucking Art in a way, and then when he comes back, well, he doesn't come back. Well, anyway, there's the return of the lady with the eaten face.
Yeah,
and she's pregnant, and gives birth to his head.
No, it's Mae Young's hand.
Yeah, it's the whole Mae Young, Mark Henry hand situation.
Yeah. But the head is alive.
Yeah.
And then there's the demon child. The Juggalo Babysitters Club lady is back. And the lady with no face from the first movie, who is now in institution, is just like, we're a family.
Yeah.
So now there's going to be a third one.
Right.
So we have Art the Clown and his family is going to save Christmas this year.
Apparently, yeah, I saw that it's going to be a Christmas fucking movie.
If this isn't a very Art the Clown Christmas, I'm pissed.
I want to add it to my list of my normal Christmas movies that I watch, which is like Die Hard and Lethal Weapon and Violent Night, and I will add this one.
Oh, yeah, the one that came out last year was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Home Dude from Stranger Things.
Yeah. But then we went back in time because we found out that All Hallows Eve was the prequel to this.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's just a short one. It's just a bunch of... It's very VHS, the movie.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of shorts, but fuck that thing.
The aliens?
The alien fucking ostrich?
So there's several of these movies, and the premise of these movies is that somebody ends up with a fucking VHS tape that has all these short films on it, but there's like one main fucking killer person that's at the beginning of the film and at the end of the film. And at the beginning of this film, it's Art, but then there's the smaller films between, and then he comes back at the end and fucking kills some kids.
Yeah.
But yeah, at one point, one of these movies is some fucking lady that gets attacked by these fucking weird ass alien fucking things.
They're alien. They're definitely alien ostriches.
They play Don Callis' music, which causes her to get I forgot causes her to get a nosebleed and shit.
That hurt my throat.
I don't even remember what other ones that were in there. Besides, well, half of it was Art fucking killing people. So
that one was the worst one because I think she sees the alien thing. Oh yeah, there's the painting.
She pulls
too.
the painting off while she's getting the cover of the painting while she's getting attacked.
And then Art the Clown comes out of the TV.
Yeah.
A la Ring You, a la whatever her name was from The Ring.
Yeah, that was towards the end.
Do you think Art the Clown and the lady from The Ring would make a good couple? I'm just asking.
That was like she was a little girl.
Art the Clown doesn't care. Clearly.
I don't know.
He hangs out with the
All I
Juggalette.
know is that they replayed the scene when he first was staring out of the TV at her, and when the movie was over, they put it like full screen and they replayed it, and it made it look like he was like staring at me. And that's when I was like, please turn this off, please turn this off, please turn this off. Because he started walking forward, and I'm like, I did not need him to fucking come out the goddamn fucking computer screen. I had the sage in my hand. I was ready to fucking go.
And here I'm like, clown.
And then
that was it.
Yeah, but then randomly we watched All Hallows Eve 2 right afterwards because it just started.
Yeah.
And
it was actually really good.
And it fucking started with that little kid and that lady eating pumpkin seeds, and the pumpkins fucking grew out of their stomachs.
Yeah.
And their
that did
stomachs
happen.
Exploded.
The worst part of that for me is they showed like a post-apocalyptic Halloween, and this guy and his wife were in this like kind of bunker, and it shows very clearly that like, hey, I've got tuberculosis.
Yeah.
Whatever. Tuberculosis. Jesus, Rick.
Go.
And then he just like open mouth kisses her. Just. And I'm like, sir, your wife has tuberculosis.
You didn't care. The world was probably over.
I could think of better ways to die. Just go outside. And then I'm like, oh, I'm going to sit here and bleed to death internally. Fuck that.
Right.
That's the one that got me fucked up the most. There's the one with the kid that they think there's a monster under the bed.
I'm trying to remember.
When he sets up all the Kevin McAllister traps.
Oh yeah, he sets up all the traps.
That one was fucked up too.
I don't remember I don't remember what it was.
Because the thing pulled his mom at the end, and we were like, I didn't like that. But yeah, we watched all the Art the Clown things in 1 week, and it was great.
Yeah, it was a whole.
Thank you for taking that journey with us. We love you.
It was definitely a whole thing.
I needed to watch something I've been watching Halloween Baking Championship every night this week just to kind of cleanse the palate after the things we've been watching. I mean, like, I didn't know what a ganache was, but now I do.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
What was the other movie that we watched when Silas showed us the fucking... Oh, we watched fucking Dice Road 2. Also.
Oh, we did!
Yeah, after talking about it.
And we found out flies can be paid off.
And Yeah. So that whole movie. So I found out that Steve? What's his last name?
Gonzalez.
They actually gave him his own show on the Travel Channel. That's where all those.
Oh
fucking,
no, Prozac Steve.
Yeah.
Okay.
They like gave him his own show on the Travel Channel. That's where all those fucking like Ghost Bros and shit is from. It's from the Travel Channel.
We should get our own show on the Travel Channel.
And the first episode of that series is about the same thing, and they're just basically investigating this house that used to be a general store, and not like maybe about an hour and a half away from where we are. I think it was Millington.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And so there's some stuff here and there, and in the first episode of the show, there's also some other things they catch, like the camera zooms in and out by itself and whatever. In the movie, though, there's that one scene where you can see on the edge of the bed where somebody sits down.
Oh yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah, you see the bed fucking squish down for a second, like, damn, I'm getting tired of haunting these motherfuckers.
I'd be saying that too.
And then stands back up.
All these white people bringing antiques in here.
Right.
Shit.
But what the story was that there was a smallpox outbreak way back when, so they basically just started quarantining houses and burning them to the ground.
Yeah.
With people inside, and this guy was a soul that was out and pissed off afterwards because his family and everything had gotten burned. So he had like scratched this little girl in like this whole, you know, if I can't have my kids, why should you have yours?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
He was mean.
We're both just burping like motherfuckers.
It's because I keep drinking.
So in the episode from the Travel Channel, they bring in a psychic that actually helps the dude cross over. But there's like, they go back and look at all the records of like all the houses and shit that burned down and everything. And so
There's two big things I take away from this show that we watched. One, the guy that kind of looks like the nerd from the episode of South Park from Warcraft is one of the investigators. Is like, it's an old Polish tradition. You take some rainwater and you put pennies in there and you staple them to the deck, and it's supposed to keep insects away. And I'm like, flies can be paid off. And that's still my letterbox.
I don't even understand how that's supposed to work.
That's my letterbox review, is flies can be paid off. But the second thing I took apart from this is they have like records. They're like, this building was burned down circa blah 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 blah, and then they found out that like once it was condemned, it was just burned down. But the house, they found out, nay, they didn't in fact do that with smallpox. And I say, how do you hide that?
Hide smallpox?
No, how do you hide the fact that, oh yeah, we totally burned this place down? Psych, we didn't. I feel like it's very easy to find a building that's not burned down.
I don't remember the reason why they didn't burn it down. I don't remember. It was like the general store.
Yeah.
For like, and the post office and fucking everything for like that whole.
But I'm saying, they're like, oh yeah, we totally burned it down. Link. What?
Yeah, and their basement was full of everybody's shit from other fucking houses, and
yeah, because they were like, oh, we're white people and we collect a lot of stuff from estate sales and stuff, and we don't know how we got ghosts.
Yeah, because they were downstairs investigating, shit was fucking flying off the walls and everything else. And
listen, I've sucked 11,000 penises in the week, and I don't know how I got AIDS. That's the same thing that's happening right now.
It's a mystery. I don't understand. No, it just reminds me because I'm fucking. You've been watching baking shit. I've been watching stand up to fucking cleanse my palate of all the fucking shit. And I was watching fucking Matt Rife clips, and one of the clips was somebody like OD'd up in the balcony at one of his shows. So they're like, all of a sudden people are hollering for paramedics, and somebody was like, "We're looking for narcon," whatever the fuck. So then he's like asked what happens. Everybody's like, overdose. He was like, "Oh, that guy didn't really." He's like, was he young or was he older? And they're like, "Oh no, he was old." He's like, okay. He's like, yeah. He's like, once I hit 80, that's probably going to be the point in which I just start trying all the drugs. Like, fuck it.
Honestly.
And it's been like heroin, coke, all this shit. And he's like, dick. And he's like, wouldn't that suck if, like, by the time you hit 80, you fucking try dick and fucking find out that you actually fucking love this shit, and you're like, fuck, I missed out on all this dick. Like, can I get this shit in prescription form or something? Like,
yeah, I write you a prescription for one glory hole.
That's what made me think of that. And then now the song from fucking Rent popped in my head. 21,600 penises, whatever the fuck they
How
fucking
many
say.
till I get AIDS? 784,100 buttholes.
How many
None are as tight as yours.
How many dicks does it take to get AIDS? Let's find out, shall we? 1,
Go.
2,
Cue the Cardi B sound effects.
3.
My vagina. We're gonna do our own cupcake. It's cupcake. To me.
All right, so Rick's got a real life spooky story.
I do.
Of a ghost encounter. Was
So-
this recent?
No, this is back when we knew of each other, but I was like 8.
Okay.
So you know how that works.
Right.
This is way back in the day. And I was going to do this in my vampire accent, but I don't think I could do it for a whole story. So here we go. So when I was about 6 to 8, I cannot remember because I'm old now, I got my first Nintendo as a gift. And because I was a kid and having a Nintendo, I could not shut the fuck up about it. So my parents, probably for their own sanity, decided, you know what we're going to do? We're going to take your Nintendo, and we're going to clean this spot in the basement for you. It's going to be just for you. Put all your stuff down there. In other words, get the fuck out of my face.
Right. Which is convenient because is it the same house as the toilet downstairs?
Yeah.
All right.
It wasn't there yet, though.
Oh, okay.
So, but yes, soon to be toilet. They had a little roped out spot that says toilet coming soon, but not really, but probably. So, yeah, that's what I was really good at this. I actually followed the things. And I said, put on here, because all kids love a basement. So let's put them down there and hope for the best, right? My parents' house always had it's like an L shape. You walk down there, and it's like a little L and it goes into this really big room. But they always had a bunch of shit on each side of it. So you're basically going between walls of stuff.
Yeah.
So you've been down in the basement before.
Yeah.
So yeah, walls of stuff is pretty accurate. So it opened up to this one really large room where they put that, and they had my own TV in there, the Nintendo. I was playing RoboCop. I was playing Mario 3. It was great.
Right.
But it had been about a week or two since I'd been down there, and my parents, this was working really good. I was downstairs, out of their hair. I was like, fuck yeah, Mario, Raccoon Tail, let's go. Until I started hearing weird shit, and seeing stuff out of the corner of my eye. So where this was, it was open on this would be my left-hand side. You could see straight through to almost where the stairs were, but there was just so much shit. Sometimes you get like something would block out the light of something, and I'd see stuff moving all around. And it would be really creepy because I've been sitting there and I'm playing Mario, and you see that, and you're like, how scared am I? Am I scared enough to turn off the Nintendo, go upstairs, or can I keep going? And of course, all the 90% of the time I could keep going.
Right.
Until I heard something yell one day for me. My name specifically, it sounded like my mom was yelling for me upstairs.
Right.
So me, being a young kid, I'm like, motherfucker, what do you want? So I stomp upstairs, past all the stuff, get all the way up there, and I'm like, what? And my mom looks at me weird, like, you didn't just talk to me with that attitude, boy? And then I'm like, no, what did you want? Why did you bring... She's like, I didn't say nothing. What are you talking about?
Right.
And then I was like, all right. So I walked back downstairs because I just paused my game. And as soon as I hit unpause, something falls right where I was hearing that stuff all the time. And I was like, nope, I don't want to play Nintendo that bad. So I ran up the stairs. And I wouldn't go down there for weeks. Because my mom knew something was up. Because this is a brand new Nintendo, and I was maybe down there for 2 weeks. And I'm like, yeah, no thanks.
Right.
So they thought, hey, you know what would be really cool? We'll buy you a new game and we'll invite your friends over. Go downstairs, play the new game with your friends. It'll be a good time to kind of sprucing up the place, you know? Maybe it won't be so bad. So the day that this other person came over and we were playing the video game, you could hear something and you saw something, but I'm like, nope, we're not doing this. We have somebody else down here with me. We're good.
Right.
We're playing the game. And mid-play the game, we just hear and I'm like, okay. And I look over, and my mom had this really relic-y old rocking chair that's in that spot, and it is just fucking going back and forth. Like someone is just having the time of their goddamn life, just rocking away on this thing. And I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it right now. So I'm seeing this, and I'm like, ha ha. Real funny, because one other friend was supposed to come over that day and didn't. So we're like, it's them. Yeah. It's got to be them. And then it stops as soon as I say, where are you at? So I'm like, oh, it's totally him. And the thing just goes boom, and knocks completely over, just like on the ground. And I'm like, nope. And as soon as it does that, I could hear something shaking from the area. And I went upstairs, and I never went back downstairs again. My parents eventually, after much convincing, I'm like, yeah, I'm not going back down there. So if you want me to play the video game, it's got to come back up here.
Right.
They didn't believe me until when I was in my teens, because I kept seeing shit down the basement. They wouldn't believe me that there's anything down there. So I got a recorder, like just a little handheld, like Kevin McAllister recorder.
Yeah.
Didn't tell them I was going to do this. So I put it underneath like a Frisbee or something, to the point where they would have to go looking for this thing. Yeah. So I put it over there. I just as pre-ghost shows. So I was like, hey, my name's blah, blah, blah. I'm putting this here at blank time, just so when I went over it later, I could find out, okay, this is where it starts.
Right.
And then I went back down there the next night, I left it over there overnight to kind of do its thing. Went down there the next day to pick it up. And when I was reviewing it, I hear myself, this is blah, blah, blah at the time. And you hear me go upstairs. And then you hear, I don't know if you can pick that up, but it's like a little scurrying. Yeah. You hear something touch, because you can tell when somebody touches like old school equipment. Yeah. And something squelches. Like I can't make the noise, and I can make a lot of noises. It's just this awful, noise. Yeah. And the recorder turns off, and it was only on for 10 minutes after I left.
Sick.
And that's my real life ghost story.
Yeah, because I remember you wouldn't go down there.
Nope.
It was high school. I don't remember where we both came from, but we both had a shit bad.
Yep.
And you're like, there's a toilet downstairs that's haunted. I'm not going down there, but if you can go down there. But it was one of those. One of us had to go somewhere. Yep. So what made it weird though is that the toilet sits in a wide open fucking room.
Sure does.
There's no walls. There's no stall. You're just sitting in the middle of a fucking room, not in the middle of the room, but up against the wall where I'm literally just staring down into the darkness of the rest of the fucking basement, and all your mom's craft shit was all down there and everything. Mm-hmm. And then I'm like trying to hurry up, and I'm like, fuck, there's no toilet paper down here. Luckily that laundry chute was right there, so you could drop down the fucking toilet paper.
Hell yeah.
The fucking laundry chute. But yeah, it was I remember I think that was the only time I ever fucking went down there. Or no,
by yourself. It's okay if you're down there with multiple people.
Yeah, because we recorded for shit when we went to Delta down there. Yeah. When I fucking almost literally sliced my throat with your dagger.
Yeah, that happened. Then you would have been just one of the spirits.
Right. Just been hanging out haunting the basement. Oh man. Yeah, my Aunt Rach did the same kind of thing after my Uncle Tom passed away, where she set up a recorder like in the bedroom, and one time I had gone back and listened to it, and you can hear like him go, "It's Tom," over the thing, like say whatever the fuck.
That's cool though, because we loved him, but
like I've lately with all this shit, I've only been seeing shit out of the corner of my eye, and like this past year has probably been the most I've ever and I always say, please don't let me fucking see anything, because I will fucking shit, piss, and everything all at once. I pass out. Silas will just find me fucking floating in a whole bunch of my own fucking fluids. But yeah, this past year, just with fucking life and doing all the spooky shit, I've been seeing shit out of the corner of my eye. And more than one time, I've even texted you, been like, dude, I'm sitting at the computer right now, and it seriously feels like my dad's standing behind me. And or I can like feel like how if somebody walks past you on a floor, you can normally, if the floor, yeah. And I was feeling that. And one time, me and Silas were sitting out here, and he was playing Xbox, and I was sitting here at the computer. And we both felt whatever in the floor, and we both stopped. And I looked at him, and I'm like, "Did you feel that?" And he was like, "I don't know what you're talking about." Immediately, he was like, "I don't know what you're talking about." And then goes back to doing his shit. And I fucking immediately went and grabbed the fucking sage and lit that shit up and went around the room. And then that's when he did his stupid ass fucking, when I got by him, his whole, like he's being possessed and or whatever the fuck, because he's an asshole.
I'll leave you here and leave.
Yeah.
Good luck with your haunted house.
But I know I've had family members, because there was one house that...
Can we blow up the spot about the you-know-who at your aunt's house?
Oh, the Colonel?
Yeah, we love him. He was a nice guy.
I thought we talked about it.
Did we?
Him once before.
Yeah, you're right. We probably did.
About that you kept looking up the stairs, and she asked you, like, so can you see him? And you were like, yeah. When I lived there, I flat out said, I'm like, please don't ever show up. Please, I do not want to see you. I don't, like, I flat out, like, out loud, I was like, I don't want to see nothing. I don't want to see whatever the fuck. Just leave me alone. And so I never saw nothing the whole time.
Wow.
I lived there, so, and I did a lot of dark roaming through that house.
Most of you did. That's, like, your family's thing.
Oh, yeah, none of us sleep.
Yeah.
It's a fucking Rangel insomnia issue. But yeah, luckily I have not any dead on. Otherwise, I'd probably just be dead.
Just pass away right there.
I would just
right.
I would just immediately just disappear and turn into energy. Just fucking and float away off into the distance.
Like the vampires in Buffy, just dust yourself.
Yeah, after I did the long cell though, the long death cell, like fucking home, dude. Fucking yeah. So, I was gonna bring this up in another episode, and then I don't remember what happened. Something happened with the episode, and I had to get cut out. I probably said something that we weren't supposed to, or whatever. But, how I talked about, because it's been a long time since I've done Eric's Wrestling Corner, and I thought about switching it over to Eric's Music Corner.
I forgot about that. Yeah, let's do it.
Every episode, I'm going to recommend a certain song. I'll let you know the genre, whatever. And I highly suggest checking out the music videos, because I'm going to suggest the music videos, or most of these songs will have a music video.
I love it.
So this song is going to be in, I would say, the heavy kind of metal. Not super heavy, not death metal. Anyway, the song is by a band called Filth. And the song is called Chin Check. And we're going to do a little hold up, and I'm going to show Rick the music video right now.
Hold up. Chin check. Get your shit wrecked. Chin check. Fuck with the gang and get that ass slapped. I am at a loss for words, which is more than you'll ever deserve.
Yeah, so that was that. So,
I really appreciate that Viscera got a job outside of WWE, because they're not being used anymore.
Yes, the singer of this band is a very large black man.
Yeah, which I did not expect with all of the information you provided to me.
So,
especially when you see the band themselves, every other person in that band looks like a good old boy. And then you have big motherfucker with like a septum piercing the size of my fist. And I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Right. So, check it out, because everyone should experience new music and evolve your world. And you might find something that you like. So, check that out, and we will do this again next week.
Question of the day.
So, we figured this episode would be a little bit longer than normal, because it's the Halloween episode.
Okay, sure. That'll be up right at Halloween.
Yeah.
And we did talk about a killer clown for like 25 minutes.
Yeah, from like most of it.
Yeah.
So you had a thing?
Had a couple of things that I sent earlier to you. So basically what I want is it's Halloween. We got to talk about creepy stuff, right? So I have on here, what is your favorite scary movie moment?
I don't even know if I have one.
So I'll tell mine, and you can go from there. My favorite scary movie moment, and I'm pretty sure we talked about it on the podcast, because nothing else will rival this for me, because I think I shit my pants that day. When we were all stoned as fuck downtown.
Oh.
And Dave busts in right at the very end of quarantine. It's like, hey, guys! And we were all like,
Right when she got drunk.
oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
I genuinely think I shit my pants.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Yeah. I think, I don't know if it would be my favorite. The one that stuck with me the most was that fucking face I saw in the mirror, that movie that was supposed to be about them investigating that
Oh, yeah.
that place where they had slaves and shit. I don't remember the name of the movie.
I really wish we could have, because we should have watched that for this.
and like
Because it probably sucks
and
now.
at the very end when whatever was happening to that girl, and I thought I saw something, so we went back and fucking replayed the fucking movie in like slow-mo, and you can see that beat up fucking slave face and shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's something in that, and that fucking face stuck with me and haunted
Days.
with me for fucking ever.
I think we have that exactly to blame for why you hate spooky shit.
Probably. Otherwise, my other favorite scary movie scene would be when Home Dude comes and shoots Homegirl to the ceiling.
Oh, from Scary Movie?
Yeah.
Sure. And then I have on here, so things that aren't scary. So something that isn't genuinely what you would consider to be scary, but still scares the shit out of you. Mm-hmm. And for me, I didn't even write mine down, but I fucking hate styrofoam.
Okay, yeah.
That's not scary, but the noise it makes.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
you don't like the sound of the fucking straws on the thing either.
I did almost crash us on purpose.
Yeah.
We were driving down the road, and somebody was doing it, and I'm like, I swear to fucking God, because I was the one that always drove us. I'm like, I'll veer into traffic, and they're like,
Yeah.
And I literally was like, all right, test me, motherfucker.
Yeah. And that was in your little blue truck where the back seat was just them little benches. So
And they're like, oh my God.
they would have for sure died.
Yeah. But guess what? They stopped doing it.
Right.
I don't remember who it was. They stopped.
I don't remember either. I'm gonna say fucking animals.
Yeah, that's a black person response too.
I'm
Yeah.
not a fan. Like
Squirrels? Oh shit.
anything. Like we go to the fucking like pumpkin farm and all these kids are fucking petting the goats. No, that you don't know. That motherfucker all of a sudden just like headbutt the shit out of you,
Good.
and then they're just letting them fucking eat out of your hand.
I don't like
Camels fucking freak me out. I literally
Yeah.
had it when I was a kid. I don't remember where we went. It was some fucking amusement park. It was one of those family trips where it was like my parents and me and like my Aunt Rach and Uncle Tom and like Randy and shit. Like it was a whole thing, and they had camel rides. And my mom fucking went and put me, and I had a fuck screamed and a fucking panic attack, and I'm like 10, like the whole fucking time. And then I remember. I know, you've seen those videos of people that do, like, the wilderness trails that you're in your car with, like, a bucket of feed.
Fuck that.
And the fucking camels and shit come in. Yeah, we did that, and that's burned in my brain of literally being as far in the corner of the fucking back seat as possible, screaming my fucking head off while this fucking camel's face is, like, fucking 5 inches away, from my face.
Nope.
And yeah, no, I won't. Nope, fuck horses. Fuck, anything. Yeah, you don't know.
You don't.
Animals were here before we were.
Respect their places.
Some of them have been through some shit.
And they're looking for someone to take it out on.
Especially them fucking alligators that are like fucking 300 feet long that look like fucking mini dinosaurs.
What is with people who like, oh yeah, this is blah blah blah, like the people who wrestle them on the TV shows?
I don't know.
Why are we doing this?
Some of them in the areas I understand is because they're like overpopulated, like fucking deer are, except for they're more dangerous. So they'll end up in people's backyards and eat fucking somebody's dog and shit. So they're like trying to they'll have like a hunting season for alligators and whatever the fuck.
It's true.
But yeah, still you wouldn't catch me fucking even the kid. What was it that we were watching that had the shit in the woods and he was walking through and he's like, it was at your house for the Halloween party. And you were like, what would you do if you were out in the woods and fucking seen that? And he went walking through. He's like, I wouldn't be out in the woods to begin with.
You did teach your kid well. Yes.
I'm like, yeah. Like, we wouldn't be out there. Nope. Good. Not wandering like that.
The kid also tried to convince me like 11 times that my house was haunted.
Yeah. That's him.
And I'm like, if you knew the runes that are put up on every doorway. Not saying it couldn't be haunted, but...
Yeah. Yeah, and try to fucking get Mark's kid all freaked out, being like, yeah, we caught voices. And Mark's like, wow, Silas, that kind of sounds like your voice whispering, going, hello. And he just stood there and didn't say anything. He just sells it.
Yeah. And Mark's kid would come to me. He's like, you sure? And I'm like, listen. It took about 3 days to take care of this. The only loophole is there's one ghost that could be here, and he's pretty okay. So...
Was that all you had on your list then?
That's it. That's my two things. What did you have?
That was it.
We did it.
We did the thing.
We did a... You want to do the outro too?
Sure, if you want to.
Do it. It's by popular demand. You know how many people ask about this now? More than one. Which is more than I thought, honestly. So, we thank you for tuning into a wider range of conversations with Rick and Eric. Today has been our spooktacular episode. Ooh. We did a ghost thing. Eric went poo-poo in the ghost toilet. That one time at my house.
I'm like, what?
You can catch us on Instagram at wider range of... I can't say that in an accent. Wider range of convo on Instagram. I am not charted on every one of my socials. Eric is many things and generally tags himself in most of the things. We would like to thank you for joining us on this episode. We know we talked about Art the Clown a lot, but he really saw the chick from her vagina to her asshole and then all the way down to her mouth hole. It was a lot, and honestly, I didn't know if I was going to finish. Take that as the double entendre, if you will.
So please hit us with the information of how many dicks it actually takes to get AIDS. I'm sure it's only one.
Well, they got to get a hold of the owl or a twink when they're on the circuit.
Right. That's where the dingling go.
We won't know. I mean, I do know, but...
Yeah. So, yeah, we're going to have to figure out what the fuck we're going to talk about, because we've been talking about nothing but fucking spooky shit since this fucking podcast started.
Maybe we'll get more viewers now that they're like, fuck that. We don't want this
We're over it. Soon, the next best holiday will be coming up, and that's going to be Thanksgiving, so maybe we're going to start talking about Thanksgiving and food.
We should have a family episode.
What?
A family episode.
Of, like, how so?
We'll have our friends on and have a family episode. We're going to speak as a family. We're going to come together as a family, god damn it. I work 40 hours a week to put food on this table, not for us to act like a family. You don't know how hard it is to go to that office every day, look at that girl in the face and go, everything you do is stupid, but I can't say it. I just have to go, wow, ma'am, everything you're doing, A-okay. For you to not come here as a family? Eat your fucking vegetables.
Yeah. So, we're going to try to figure out what the fuck we're going to do with the rest of our lives for these episodes. There has been discussion when it gets closer to Christmas of making fun of the fucking Hallmark Christmas movies.
Oh, yeah, let us know. I'll do it.
And watching those. But yeah, until the meantime, we will check you guys out next time around.
Spooky.